What was that, Chris?
Exactly. What was the explanation you got for the second yellow card?
I think she entered the field of play without getting permission from the fourth official. So.
What were your thoughts on the officiating? The crowd was pretty upset about it.
Yeah, I think with the officiating, I always say the same thing. I think it is very important that, that how at the moment we're growing the league a lot and they are still not fully professional. I think it is very important that they are fully professional, and I'm a big advocate for them. I think they have to be more supportive. And at the end, I think it's what it is. Every time they go on the pitch, they try to do the best job they can. We need to support them, respect their decisions. I don't think nobody goes on the football pitch to try to do mistakes. And, from here, send them my support. And hopefully next season, maybe we can go a little bit better on that way. I think everyone that goes on that pitch tries to do the best. I don't think the referees are different. So I would rather not judge a specific performance, but just tries to help them to be better supported.
This is your loss to Washington, and I was wondering, how can you make some adjustments to playing against a team like Washington, press play?
I think we need to be ourselves. I think when you look at the game, the score is one part of it. The other part is this game had a lot of things into it. I think everything that could go wrong against us today, it was, but I think the performance, at least when it was 11-11, and even when we had down to 10, but especially 11-11, we were in total control of the game, and we needed to be better on the final third to punish in some chances, and that changed games. We didn't, and then we conceded the first chance they had, they scored. And then we kept dominating. They had another chance very clear when again we did a little bit of a mistake, but we take risks. We go into those mistakes, but I think the performance overall was a lot better than the time before. I think we just need to look at the next game. There is Seattle, go into it being ourselves, and I told the girls that they need to leave the stadium today with the head high. There was players going to the limit. We played them as well in a 3-game week, with the players going to the limit, with a lot of problems with availability. Even players today that were on the bench, they couldn't play because they, unfortunately, Mike got sick. So I think everyone stepped on that pitch and gave absolutely everything. And I think we just play them at the next time, which is in the Summer Cup. No?
Any more questions in the room? We'll go online. Go ahead, Zach.
You mentioned the first half of 11. And have control for some things we'd like to see differently in terms of the attacking third and the right.
Well, I think we just needed to finish some of those chances. No, I think we had a very clear 1v1 against the goalkeeper. You need to put down and away. Then the domination was there. We were creating chances from set pieces as well, free headers in the box. There was a lot of momentum. We had them really in their low block. They couldn't escape, and that's how we tried to play games, and that's how we were doing it. So I think we just needed to be a little bit more effective in that zone 4 or final third. I think apart from that, we had the game under control. So we just need to make sure that we stay like that. And when we do mistakes, we do, the same that when we score a goal together. When we do a mistake, we do a mistake together. It's not one person. That's how we operate. So it's just one game. I think the team has been outstanding. Actually since the last Washington game, and today for me was not different. But for me, the effort they've done this week, this game, how the conditions were as well, and even with 10 players at the end, getting a penalty in the 90th minute, I can't ask for anything else from them. I think I will have to still look at the play specifically, because obviously I haven't had the time to look into it, but it's the same with everyone. If she's done a mistake, she needs to learn from it, take responsibility. I have to see the play, but we are a team. When I said it all the time, when something doesn't go right, it's not only one player. Everyone has their job to do. So I just think she needs to trust on herself, keep growing. I think she's been fantastic. This season is even better than what she was last year. So we just need to learn from those moments, make sure they don't happen again, and grow. Well, the same that we face the challenge all year. No, I think that helping everyone to be ready to play when they need to. I think we've seen that when the amount of players that don't need to tell now that are not available, somebody else has to step in and do the job, and they've done it fantastically well to the point that got us to where we are now. So I think for me, I will have to wait, see what happened, and then we go from there. I think the team is ready. Every player that is on that changing room now is already thinking how we can beat Seattle and what job they're going to have to play into that. So yeah, I think we will review and analyze and prepare during the week, and then get ready to go again here in the Red Bull Arena. That today was fantastic despite that change of time. There was a lot of people here, and the players, I'm sure they're looking forward to play again in front of the crowd.
Game with the spirit as usual. Just obviously last year the motto was on to the next one. Is that kind of the same this year? And also, how are you preparing for the Olympic break coming up, and then as your favorite, schedule congestion following right after that?
Well, the best we can prepare is to make sure that we win the next game, and that will put us in a better position when that super congested schedule comes up. So that's what we will do. We will recover now. Super tough week to compete, and the team has been fantastic. I think going to the last whistle, competing for 6 points out of 9. I think we've done, I don't know how many games we've won in a row, and we were also unbeaten in some others. But for me, it's always about the next performance. How can we improve this one? Keep building into who we are, and make sure that we do that against Seattle next week. Will put us in a fantastic position. No? I think the players have been fantastic. So I have only positive things to say about them, and also for the staff. I think the staff is really pushing hard. Whatever is coaches that are more in contact with the players, the rest of the club, everyone that works around the players is trying to support them the best we can, and we will go and do the same to get ready to beat Seattle.
I apologize if it's already been asked, but what unique challenges was there today with the heat and the time schedule changes and everything going on for today's match?
Yeah, I think we prepared the best we could. Obviously, we had to recover after a midweek game, which is also a condition because obviously the opposition didn't have that, and we prepared. We wanted to be very organized defensively to dominate the ball, which we know if we dominate the ball, then the other team is gonna run more than us, and I think we did that. When, as I said before, when we had 11v11 and when we had to dig deep and play 10v11. I think the fact that we go out and again in the first chance they scored a fantastic goal, like first minute, and instead of from there it's easy to put your arms down and lose the game 4-0, and the players fought till the last whistle. We got that penalty. I think if we scored that penalty, those last 10 minutes would have been very, very different. But it's what it is. And now we have to move on to as you said, JJ, on to the next one now.
Any other questions?
You left feeling good about potentially facing them again?
Yeah.
You'd like to see them again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we are facing them whatever I want or I don't want. We're facing them in the Liga and in the Summer Cup, so that will be an important competition for us as well. Every time we go out there, we want to win. I think that game is going to be played in Philadelphia, and then I think they're going to be a team that goes to the playoffs. I hope that we go to the playoffs as well, and to be a champion here, we know that you have to be the best. They are one of the best teams at the moment, and yeah, we have to play them again in the playoffs. We will be welcoming it. Honestly, Peyton, I don't think so. I think that who we are. Sometimes you can beat teams, sometimes you can lose against them. I remember. I don't think it is something specific. I think, as I said before, I think. When the game changed and it's 11v10, it's obviously a different scenario. But when the team had to play 11v11, we were doing a really good job. So we just needed to make sure that we are a bit better on certain areas. Yeah, I think that's the key when we play them again. No? So yeah, at the moment, very, very, it's clear. I'm so happy with the team and how they are doing things. Obviously, maybe looking from the outside, you look out. They lost to Washington 10 games away. They won, 7 or 8 and drew 2, and then they lost to Washington again. But for me, it's not a special concern. If it was, I would tell you, but no, not really.
Awesome. We'll start with questions in the room. Anybody? Yeah. Hi, Evan, we're the Defenders in Sporting News. So after a frustrating loss like this, how do you think you guys should be back? Like, if there's anything you guys think that needs to change, especially against a team like Washington, considering this is your second week to them, especially with their style of play.
Yeah, I mean, I think just emotionally regrouping. We have a few days off after a very long week with a 3-game week. So I think everyone taking that time to recharge mentally, physically, emotionally, and ready to come back and kind of just keep rolling. That's the nature of the game, nature of the season. It's a very long season. And, you know, no matter the results we have, whether they're win or losses, we have to turn the focus to the next game. And, you know, quite frankly, I think we can take a lot from this game in terms of positives of the way we were playing, especially in the first half, and you know the fight that we had in the second half. So I think that it's tough and it's disappointing to lose in the way that we did, but there are important things to take from the game that will help us with our next game against Seattle. And so I think that's what we have to do.
So, the way the first half went, where you guys definitely seemed like you were getting the better of play, to be down a goal, and then to be, you know you were going to be a player down the second half. Is that deflating?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I think that we would have loved a chance to be on even ground to you know get back a goal. I think that it's tough when you lose a player and you're trying to battle back from a goal down, but you know it's a challenge for us. And I think, as I said, the season's long, and throughout the season you have different challenges, whether it's you know players going down injured, or you know playing down a man for a half, or you know battling back from a goal down. And so I think it was a good experience for us to have, and an important experience for us to take the good from it and leave behind the bad. So I wouldn't say deflating, but I think that it's definitely like a mental challenge that we had to face, and that's just sometimes how the game goes.